What's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, this is an interesting story, especially when it comes to Chicago drill music. Hardly do you ever see any family members of the drill rappers take part in any of the beef or any of the altercations unless it's something like way offline. Something that has nothing to do with music or the artist. But in this situation, man, it's gotten to a different level, man. I'm talking about like two close family members of two fallen rappers have been going back and forth on social media, but they pretty much been trolling each other, man. They've been putting stuff up and then getting rid of it, putting stuff up and then getting rid of it, but it's been really interesting, and I've been watching the whole way long. Now, the two people I'm talking about are none other than Kayla B, who is actually King Von's sister, and Mama Duck. And you guys might remember Miss Weekly. She did an interview with Vlad and a couple of other sources, and she talked about the passing of FBG Duck and FBG Brick, and talked about, her sons being in the music game and how it affected her and her family. Now, lately online, these two have been going back and forth at it, but they've been sneak dissing, sorta. Now, before I get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about Kayla B for a second. Now, Kayla B, she is the sister of King Von, man. Late King Von, man, left us with some really good albums, really good artists, tragic situation, right? It's taken over the media. It was one of the biggest stories in 2020. Now, Kayla B has been in the news a couple of times herself. She was in the news because 21 Savage bought her a car, and she's been on social media kind of, using the clout that she has. And to be honest, she already had a decent following on social media prior to this. And she already had a business thing going on her own. I'm not sure what she sells, but I think I'm not in her target demographic. But whatever she's doing, it looks like she's pretty successful at it. Now then you have Miss Weekly, man, aka Mama Duck, aka FBG Duck's mom. And she's been speaking out against the violence. She recently went on social media, posted pictures with moms of other fallen drill rappers, and they went out and had a little celebration and a talk or whatever, just to raise awareness about the gun violence and situations going down in Chicago, and to harp on the fact that, man, cats can make music without, making enemies and without having to resort to any type of violence. So salute to that, right? But these two have not been getting along for about a week or so now, man. Now, it might be longer than that, but they really have been beefing on social media for about that long. And where does it span from? It started all because Miss Weekly, or Mama Duck, she said something about Kayla B, posted some pictures in regards to her affiliation. Now, people are saying she actually started off on the other side with Duck in them. Now, I'm not going to name the sides or anything specifically because, man, I do not do that on this platform. But you guys get the implications here. You get what I'm saying or putting down. They're saying that she was actually on Duck and them side when she was young. But because of Von blowing up and stuff, man, she grew closer to him and started, repping with Von and those cats. Now, none of this has been instantiated or been proven. But, man, most people are just running with that narrative and have been trolling her like crazy on social media, even though she's been doing a good job of just blocking it and being unbothered. You gotta commend it. But I think today hit its boiling point with the trolling because somebody posted a video on social media of Kayla B back in 2015, 2016-ish, getting into a fight, and it looks like she was not on the good end of the fight. I'm talking about they were scrapping on the ground and stuff. It was a lot of stuff going around. I can't even tell, man. It's so dark in the video, you could barely tell. Now, I would post that video, but ain't no way that is getting past, YouTube. They're not going to be cool with that. So I just have to spell it out like that for you. It was basically a jumping, man. So she was getting jumped allegedly. Now, I want to say allegedly, but she actually came out and confirmed it was her in the video. Now, the source of the video is hard to confirm because since that video has been taken down, even though it's circulating on different social media platforms, the original clear version of that video has since been removed. And man, a lot of people on social media are pointing the origins of that video to none other than Mama Duck. Now, a lot of people are saying this because of, man, there's been a lot of stuff that she's posted all week that pretty much has been going at Kayla B. Now, she posted a picture of her back in the day with some t-shirts on that were talking about one side that wasn't, aligned with what you would think King Von was aligned with, And then there were other pictures floating around of her hanging out with people on the other side. Now, in these pictures, these folks are so young, man. I think they're like barely out of high school, like maybe 18, 19, 20. It was a very long time ago. So you really can't hold somebody to those standards, because when you're that young, you're kids, man, you're just trying to find yourself and figure things out. And this has created a lot of trolling aimed at none other than Kayla B. Now, a lot of people are saying the source of all this trolling and all of these posts is none other than Mama Duck. Now, I respect the lady and I respect her story, definitely, man. But a lot of this stuff is, man, that's what people are alleging, man. Now, I have no proof of that, because a lot of this stuff, as soon as they put it up, they've been taking it down. And Kayla B, I guess she was at her boiling point, because she went to social media to respond back, and she made a couple of posts that are now deleted, but I actually have them right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down these posts and show you her initial reaction. Now, her first reaction was in this post right here. In this post, she starts off by saying this. At the bottom, you see there, she first says, blank duck, blank brick, blank Tuka. So I'm guessing she's trying to make sure you guys know exactly who she's rocking with. Then she continues on and she says, I was getting jumped in that video. We caught them lacking day before they caught me. Next day, that's just how that go. So basically just laughing it off too with the laughing emojis. Letting it be known that, hey man, they jumped me, we jumped them, and it was just one of those things where people handled it, in the streets, man. That's just one of those things that happens when you're growing up. Now, I wish, man, a lot of this stuff, this is how all the dudes handled it. But, man, we know that's not the truth, and that's not how things go down. Then she followed that post up with this. She said, and that was in 2015, didn't and could never fight me one-on-one. I missed 2015, 2016, though. That would lit. So there's a blank there. I had to pause because of, some of the words there. But basically saying it was 2015, 2016, and man, that was a lit time. They was getting it in. Then she continued that with, old, whatever, crib used to be nasty, like her grandbaby's feet used to be dirty, ASL, and laughing emojis. So I think she's poking fun at somebody, and I ain't gonna name specifically, and saying that, they crib used to be nasty. Then she finally said this, like, you old, I got more money than you and anybody in that video. Let's play. Now, I don't doubt that claim. So she basically called her out her name right there, and she's basically saying that she got more money than her and all those girls that jumped her in the video, man. And I mean, you can't refute that. I'm pretty sure that Kayla B is set up pretty good, because I saw that post that she made a couple weeks ago of all those orders and stuff that she was sending out, and it looked like a lot of product that was going, man. So obviously, man, she didn't took a bad thing and then converted it into a good thing. But hopefully, man, when all of the feelings go away from all that's taken place last year, because they both had a horrific year, if you really want to think about it, man. And these folks are kind of, man, this has only been, for her, it's only been like 2 months since, King Von's passing. And, man, we expect folks to get over and rush into the grieving process. And it seems like, especially around drill rap, and especially around all the fatalities and things that you see with drill rap, people get back to acting normal and being normal super duper quick. And that always was a little alarming to me, because if anything that tragic happened to somebody in my family, I'm going to be messed up for a while, man. I'm not even going to lie, man. But it seems like, man, they're carrying these things on their shoulder and turning a negative into a positive, which I can applaud and salute. Now, hopefully, man, they can quit the bickering and all the sneak dissing, because it is hilarious. Don't get me wrong. But hopefully on social media is where all this stays, because, man, that's where they need to keep it, man, to be real with you. Now, with that, hold up. Before I close this out, what do you guys think? Do you guys think they both should, man, maybe just go their separate ways and stop beefing and sneak dissing each other on social media? Or are you here for all this entertainment? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.